tell a story, story, story. Listen to my story now. Light fairy, please come when we call you. Open them, shut them. Open them, shut them. Give a little clap. Shut them, open them. Shut them, open them. Lay them in your lap. Once upon a time, there lived a little girl, and she lived with her mother in this little cottage. They did not have much in the world, but they did have a pig. And every day, the little girl would take the pig out for a walk. First, they would go down to the river, where the pig would drink from the cool, clear water. And then they would go over a bridge into the forest, where the pig would wander, digging for acorns and other yummy things. And then they would go back over the bridge and past a hill that they had never climbed. And then the pig would have another drink of water, and the girl would take it back to the pigsty. Now one morning, the little pig woke up very early and found that the pigsty gate was open, so he thought he would go for a walk all by himself. So off he went, down to the river where he drank from the cool, clear waters. And then he went over the bridge and into the forest where he dug for acorns and other yummy things. And then he went back over the bridge and stopped and said to himself, I have never been that way before. So the little pig went along and along. He climbed over a rock and along a cliff, and after a time, oh dear, the little pig was lost. The little girl got up and went to the pigsty to fetch her pig. But he wasn't there, so she went to her mother and said, Mother, our pig has gone. May I go and find him? Yes, you may, she said. So the little girl ran down to the river where her pig liked to drink from the cool, clear waters, but he wasn't there. So she went on over the bridge and into the forest where her pig liked to dig for acorns and other yummy things. She called and she called and she called, but her pig wasn't there. So she went back over the bridge. And when she got to the bottom of the hill, she stopped. And she said, my, I've never climbed this hill before. Perhaps if I do, I will find my pig. So she began to climb. She climbed and she climbed and she climbed, and after a little time, she found a boy who was swinging on a gate. "Good morning, boy swinging on a gate," she said. "Have you perhaps seen a pig go by this way?" "Good morning, little girl." "No, I have not seen a pig, but if you go further up the hill, you will find a man digging. Perhaps he's seen your pig." "Thank you," said the little girl. So she went on, climbing, climbing, climbing up the hill, and just as the little boy had said, there was a man digging. "Good morning, man digging," said the little girl. "Good morning, little girl. Have you perhaps seen a pig go by this way?" "No, I have not seen a pig, but if you go to the top of the hill, you will find a castle where a king lives. Perhaps he's seen your pig." "Thank you," said the girl, and she went up the hill, climbing, 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 and at last she came to the top. And there, sure enough, was the castle, and the king was standing in front, looking out over his lands. "Good morning, king of the castle," said the girl. "Good morning, little girl. Have you perhaps seen a pig go by this way?" "No, I have not seen a pig, but if you go to the very top of my castle, perhaps you will find it." "Thank you," said the little girl. So she climbed and she climbed and climbed and climbed all the way to the top of the castle. And she looked out over the lands, and what did she see? She saw the king. She saw the old man digging, and she saw the boy swinging on the gate. She saw her mother in front of the cottage. She saw the river where her pig liked to drink, and she saw the forest where her pig liked to dig for yummy acorns. And she looked further than she'd ever seen before, and she saw a rock and a cliff. "Ah," she said, "there is my pig." She was so excited she ran down from the top of the castle. She ran past the king. She ran past the man digging. She ran past the little boy. And she went along and along, and she climbed over the rock, and she went around the cliff. "There you are, my pig," she said. "Come with me." And the little pig followed her, and she took the little pig into the forest, where he dug for some acorns. And then they went back, and they stopped at the bottom of the hill. And now the little girl knew what was on the hill, for she knew the boy would still be swinging on the gate, and the man would still be digging, and the king would still be in front of his castle. She took her pig for a drink of water from the river, and then she took it back to the pigsty, and she closed the gate. And as far as I know, she is still living with her mother happily in that land. I have told a story, story, story. That is the end of my story.